This happened last summer when I was traveling alone for work. It was around 9:40 p.m. when I checked into a mid-range hotel off the highway. Nothing fancy, just a place to sleep. My room was on the 4th floor. At the end of the hallway, near the fire exit, I dropped my bag and went out to grab food. When I came back around 10:30 p.m., the hallway was quiet. Too quiet. No TV sounds, no voices, just the hum of the lights. As I unlocked my door, I noticed the fire exit door across the hall was slightly open. Just a few inches. At first, I assumed housekeeping left it that way. Inside the room, everything felt normal. I ate, showered, and laid on the bed scrolling through my phone. Around 11:15 p.m., I heard a soft metal creak. It came from the hallway, then slow footsteps. They stopped directly outside my door. I held my breath and waited. After about 10 seconds, the steps moved away. I checked the peephole. The hallway was empty, but the fire exit door was now wide open. I locked my door again, double-checked it. I tried to sleep. Around 12:05 a.m., I heard the footsteps again. Slow, careful. This time they didn't stop at my door. They stopped at the fire exit. I heard the door close, then silence. My phone buzzed with a motion alert from the hotel's hallway camera system. Guests could view basic snapshots through the Wi-Fi portal. The image refreshed. It showed the far end of the hall near the fire exit. A man was standing there. He was facing the wall, not the camera, not my door, just the wall. He didn't move for nearly 40 seconds. Then he turned his head slowly and looked straight into the camera. His face was pale. His eyes looked sunken, like he hadn't slept in days. The next frame updated. He was standing directly outside my room. No footsteps had followed. Just there. I backed away from the door. My heart was beating so hard I thought he could hear it. The door handle moved. Once, twice. Then he knocked. 3 slow knocks. I didn't answer. The camera refreshed again. He leaned down and placed his eye directly against my peephole. I could see the dark circle shift as he adjusted his angle. He whispered something, too soft to understand. Then he stepped back and waited. I called the front desk without taking my eyes off the door. My voice shook while I explained what was happening. They said no one else had checked into my floor that night. Security was sent up. While I waited, the hallway camera refreshed again. The man had moved back toward the fire exit, but he didn't open it. He just stood there, facing the door. Security arrived within 2 minutes. By the time they reached my floor, the hallway was empty. The fire exit door was closed. They searched the stairwell. They searched the floors above and below. No one. The next morning, the front desk manager told me something offhand. The fire exit door on my floor didn't have a handle on the inside. It could only be opened from the hallway, meaning whoever was inside the stairwell that night had been waiting there on purpose. They checked the footage from the stairwell. The man had entered at 6:12 p.m. He never left. This happened when I was visiting another city for a family event. It was around 1:20 a.m. when I checked into the hotel. The lobby was mostly empty, just one desk clerk. No other guests in sight. I was given a room on the 3rd floor, room 312. The hallway was dim and quiet. I rolled my suitcase down the carpet, found my room, and unlocked it. The door opened easily. Inside, the lights were off. As I stepped in and flipped the switch, I noticed things that didn't make sense. The bed was messy. The TV was on mute. An empty water bottle sat on the desk. Someone had been there. I backed out into the hallway and pulled the door shut. Then I checked the room number again. Same room. I went back down to the front desk and told the clerk my room was already occupied. He looked confused and checked the system. According to his screen, no one else had checked into that room. He apologized and gave me a new key for the same room. I asked if I could have a different room. He said the hotel was fully booked. Against my instincts, I accepted it. Back upstairs, I unlocked 312 again. This time the lights were on. The room looked untouched. The bed was perfectly made. The water bottle was gone. The TV was off. I stood there for a long moment, trying to make sense of what I'd just seen. At around 2:05 a.m. as I lay in bed, I heard movement in the bathroom. Soft, like bare feet on tile. I froze. The bathroom door handle turned slowly. The door opened just a few inches, and then stopped. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. After about 10 seconds, the door closed again. My phone buzzed. Another motion alert, this time from the interior hallway camera positioned near my room. The snapshot showed a man entering my room. The timestamp was current. According to the camera, someone had just walked inside my room. While I was lying in the bed, I realized the bathroom door had no lock. I jumped up, ran to the door, and yanked it open. The bathroom was empty, but the vent above the shower was open, and the cover was hanging loose. I ran out of the room barefoot with my phone in my hand. I didn't grab my bag. I didn't grab my shoes. I went straight to the front desk and showed them the footage. Security rushed upstairs. They found the vent cover pushed inside the duct. The ducts connected all the rooms on that floor. When they checked the maintenance access at the end of the hall, they found food wrappers, a flashlight, and a phone charger. Someone had been living in the vents, moving between rooms, watching guests, waiting. The police were called. They searched for hours. They never found him. The hotel refunded my stay and offered to pay for another place. I declined. I still think about something the officer said before I left. He told me the man on the camera footage was wearing the same shoes as the reflection I didn't notice at first in the bathroom mirror.